Let's try that again. Hello, hello. I didn't realize I was still muted. How is everyone for this Thursday? We are here for Thursday sprints, and I need to get some reading done this Thursday. Must get reading done. There is still 4 books that I am currently in the middle of reading that I would like to finish before the end of the month. That may be a tall order because 2 of them do not have audiobooks and one of them is Dance of Dragons, which I am close to finishing, but like it still has like 300 pages left. But it's fine. We're going to do our best to get through it all before the end of the month. I still have 3 days, but we'll see. My goal for today, well, for this afternoon at least, my goal for this afternoon is to finish The Fiancé Farce by Alexandre Bellafiore. This is the last book I need to finish for vlogs this month. So at least that will be like one check. The other 3 videos or the other 3 books I'm reading for other things. One's an arc that I need to get a post out, various things of that nature. But this is the last book I have to vlog. So I need to get this done. And I think I can finish it this afternoon. If I can't finish it this afternoon, I'll get really close to finishing it this afternoon. And then I can finish it tonight after dinner. We'll see. I'm currently at page 224. And I think there's just like 400 pages. Hold on. 401. So just under 180 pages. I think we can do it this afternoon, or like I said, get very, very close. What are you reading, doing for productivity this afternoon? Let me know. Say hi in the comments and let me know what's going on with you. Are there any books that you want to finish before the end of the month? I cannot believe there are only 3 days left in September. I don't know where September went, but it has come and it has gone. And I think we're all trying to scramble to finish our TBRs. I know I am. I've had to readjust though, to be honest. There are books that I definitely wanted to get to that just did not happen. So at this point, I'm just like, okay, those ones with bookmarks in them, let's finish those. that's the goal. The arc I need to finish, Fiancé Farce for Pick Pongathon vlog, and then 2 books that are on Timmy's TBR that I've started, said I finished when I filmed the video because I thought I'd have them finished before the end of the month, and I will. I just need to get them done. Hello, Taylor. Going to be reading Zodiac Academy 2. Very fun. Hello, Kay. It is a nice fall day. We are definitely solidly in fall here now. Like, you need a sweater if you're going to go outside, but like, I love that. I'm perfectly okay to just live my best sweater lives. So, perfectly fine with me. Reading The Invisible Hour by Alice Hoffman, currently making lunch and going to watch a video with my son during lunchtime. Then back to reading. I really want to read some of Alice Hoffman's books. I have not yet done so, but I know that a lot of them are like magical, witchy vibes, and you know that I love that. So a lot of them are on my TBR. I just haven't actually gotten around to reading them yet. So let me know what you think of this one so far. And maybe that might be the first one I pick. Or if there's an Alice Hoffman that you think I should start with, let me know that. Thank you so much. I so appreciate it. Hello, Lexi, reading Dark Corners on your lunch break. Hello, Tina. Need to get a lot of reading done, hoping to finish 2 books today. I mean, I would love to finish 2 books today. I don't think that's going to happen, but if it did, that would be great. But if I finish this one, I'm happy. What are the 2 books that you are trying to finish today? Hello, Amanda. Which would mean you officially read 30 books this month. That's amazing, Tina. 30 and 30. I did that back in February. I did 28 and 28. And that is a challenge. It is hard to do. So amazing. Hello. Oh, thank you. You love my new bookshelves. Thank you so much. It took some unhauling, some doing, moving a chair down here to be in front of the shelves in my desk and kind of getting it all set up here. But I really wanted a place that I could film at night because my house is quietest at night, and also stream at because upstairs tends to be louder. When my son is home, he is home right now, but his grandmother's up there with him, playing with him. So they're having lots of fun while I'm spending some time with all of you. So thank you. I'm glad that you liked it. It was a little bit of work to get it done, but I'm quite happy with it as well. Hi, Steph. Working on my planner and reading Divine Rivals. Have a hair appointment at 1. We love self-care, but nothing else planned for the rest of the afternoon. Well, I would say that all is self-care. Having your nails done, having some reading time, and then also having a quiet afternoon. Sometimes we overschedule ourselves. So that's wonderful that you get to have some kind of like a quiet, peaceful afternoon, get your nails done. I love all of this. And I hope you're loving Divine Rivals. I need to read this book because so many of my friends love it so very much. Happy Thursday. Hello, Kelly. Reading The Killing Game by Nancy Bush. Hello, Ro. Reading Mission Impossible. Oh my goodness. I love this title. I absolutely love this. So I'm assuming this is a cozy. Let me know. That has some sort of animal something happening. And Spy Family Volume 1. We all know I love Spy Family. This week we are getting mid-80s weather. I just want it to be fall. I'm going to just send all the fall weather to you. I'm just going to send it to you because we are having it. Have one book left on my Pick-Pongathon TBR, but it's a German classic that was randomly chosen from my TBR and intimidates me. Not sure if I'm going to read it. Might give it a try today. That is totally fair because when you will see my vlog is going out on Saturday. So I need to finish this video so that I can finish this book so I can finish that video. So my vlog's going on Saturday, and technically there was one book that a couple of weeks ago I just went, this is never going to happen. And it was Blood and Fire, which is the prequel first book to the new Game of Thrones series. And since I still haven't finished Dance of Dragons, I have 300 pages left. I just knew I was not going to get Blood and Fire read. So I just went, I'll do all my other books except that one. Sweater weather with crunchy and fall. Are the leaves crunchy and falling? Yes, they are. I definitely have leaves on the ground. They're turning red and yellow, and I'm so loving the fall life. Absolutely loving it. Wish we were in full fall vibes here. It's okay today, but next week it's supposed to go back up to 80. Oof. No, I don't think we have any highs like over. I don't even think we're hitting 20 anymore. I'm going to look. Oh, that's a lie. We're going to hit 20, but that's it. Like just 20. And with the wind now, like even 20 degrees doesn't necessarily feel like 20 degrees because it's now like the wind has changed. It's a northern wind. It's coming from the north where there's North Pole and stuff because we are northern, we're Canada, so that wind can get a little chilly. Hope to do 31 and 31 this month. Technically, I think if I stacked up all the books between Timmy's TBR and Bookopoly TBR, if you haven't seen my Spookopoly TBR, it went up yesterday and the dice were not kind. They were very mean to me. But between those two, plus what I need to read for videos, I probably should have to read this many as well, but it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. But I hope that you do it and I wish you all the luck. But I know that you're doing videos every day of October. I think that's what you're doing. So you have lots of, I'm assuming, sprints and stuff going on to get some reading done as well. Hello, Alicia. Reading Happiness Falls by Angie Kim today. Thank you so much. Hello, Nina. I feel like I haven't seen you in forever. Hello, Nina. Hello, ML. Sitting in my office on campus until I go to teach in a second. Ready for the weekend. Friday, please come faster. It's so close. One more day. You're almost there. You're almost there. Of course, it's a cozy. The main works at her grandmother's inn that caters to animals, and so does the whole town. Okay, so what you're telling me is this has small town vibes, which we all know I love small town vibes. And I love this title. So I may have to put this on my TBR, Tina. This might be something that I need. Hi, Kelsey. Not reading today because you're at work. Love the new background. Thank you. The name of the town is Wagtail, and the inn makes animal-safe versions of the food they serve to get to the human guests. Oh, I love that. Oh, absolutely love that. Right? Spookopoly was so mean. I was like, I just was like, what are the odds of rolling that many doubles in a row? I feel like it's very low. I could not believe. Could not believe. Honestly, don't know how I did 30 and 30 this month. It was an accident. I've only read 30 and 30 one time before. I mean, sometimes that's the best way it happens is that you're just in such a great reading space that you're just consuming and then you notice that you've read that much. Like that's kind of the best way to do it because then you're not really pushing yourself or putting yourself into a reading slump because it's just like naturally happening. Lots of sprints and all the content. We're very excited. If anyone doesn't know, Amanda is doing a video every day of October, not August, October. So, Amanda's channel is the Endless Unread. So you're definitely going to want to go over and subscribe that because there's going to be lots of fun stuff happening next month. Y'all are out here reading 30 and 30, and I hope to get 2 finished in 30. I mean, we all are in a different place. I certainly did not do 30 and 30 this month. For the first bit of the month, did not read much. I think after Amazing Readathon, I just needed a minute. I just needed to just like take a minute. Oh, you're sick. I'm so sorry that you're sick, but I'm sending you all the healing vibes. Means I'm in bed with nothing to do but read. I mean, that's the upside, but I wish you could just sit and relax without having to be sick. Hello, Michaela. Yes, Small Down Vibes. It's an amazing series. The Paws and Claws mystery series. Okay, I'm going to look that up, Tina, because that sounds like something I would really like. Barely read this month, was in a reading slump for a while. You know, we all get in them. And for me, I find for myself, if I try to push myself when I'm in a slump, it makes the slump last longer. I almost need to just take a break, take a few days or a week or what have you off, which is hard when you're content creating, but sometimes you just have to do that. And then I get out of it faster than if I like force myself to read while I'm in a slump, you know? Been reading Blood Marks since September 5th or something, but only if I could count those assignments I read. Seriously, right? If only Goodreads had a way to like manually input that because you've done a lot of reading for that. Oh, you are so welcome, Amanda. I'm so excited to see your October content. And again, you are so welcome, Nina. I really do hope you feel better. But that is the end of the comments. So let me pull up the kitty cat, which I've just been using the kitty cat for the last couple of sprints because I can change the color and make it look orange and black to fit the Halloween vibes that we'll be doing. So here we are. And let's jump into our first sprint, and I will see everyone in 45 minutes. Hello, hello. I ended up getting 44 pages of the Fiancé farce read during that sprint. So if I keep this up, I actually should be able to finish on sprints today. Fingers crossed. I have other things to do, like make dinner at some point near the end of the sprints, but like this has an audiobook, so I can still read while I do the things, which is great. How did everybody else do? I know we had a couple people hop in during that sprint, so let's do the hellos. Hello, Glenda. We'll be finishing up the final revival of Opal and Nev, then continuing reading Kiss Me by Catalina. Kiss Me, Catalina by Priscilla Oliviers. Nice. ML had to run off, and I hope I will see you later. But if not, I hope you have a good day teaching. Steph is heading off to the nail salon and should be back in a couple hours. Happy reading. Kay, you're enjoying this book. The chapters are a bit long, but they are broken up a bit, so it's not so bad. You really do love Alice Hoffman. The Practical Magic series is a fave. There are 4 books in that series, though, 2 prequels and a sequel. This one's just a standalone, so that may help you decide. That does actually help me decide because I am trying not to start a ton of series right now. So I think I'll put the Practical Magic one on hold for a minute and maybe start with one of the standalones because I am in the middle of, I think I counted the other day, it was over 40 series. There was a lot. I need to get them down to a respectable number. I still have to start some series because, with Bookopoly, I had a feed scroll that's starting me a series. Like, there will be times where I need to start series, but I'm going to try to not on purpose, if that makes sense. Hello, Ashley. We are sprinting and it's your first time here. Well, thank you so much for joining. We're so happy to have you. Going to be reading a poetry collection from Raymond Antrobus. Very nice. Hello, Morgan. It's noon here, and I just got up and got a coffee. It's apparently that kind of day. Hey, you know what? Sometimes you need a lion. And I'm going to be making coffee in the next sprint because I was sitting there yawning and I was like, I need a caffeine boost. The afternoon, the 2 o'clock, it's 2 o'clock here. And that's the caffeine time. It's time for some caffeine. 207 pages left. You're getting through it. Hello, Jen. Hopped in at the beginning of that sprint, finished up Truly Devious and Diamond Painting. Are you liking Truly Devious? I know you were reading that Tuesday night and we were talking about like how perfectly fall that series is. So are you enjoying it? Kelly is now 55% done. You're getting through it. Didn't read, but watched some BookTube and made some tea. We love that. I actually was watching BookTube earlier today. I was like, I need to catch up on so many people put up their TBR videos and I am behind. And those are some of my favorite videos to watch. I'm sure they are yours as well. And I was like, I need to catch up on what everyone is reading this month because there's so many readathons going on. There's so much happening. It's a very busy month. I feel like October is like one of the busiest BookTube months because of spooky season and there's just so much happening. So I need to go watch everybody's TBR videos and I'm behind. Made it to 43% of my book. Nice. Alicia got to 66%. Have some back-to-back meetings, so won't be able to read again for a bit. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. But I'm glad that you're feeling better enough to go to meetings because I know that you were sick last week. But not as fun as reading for sure. Back from my lunch break, got to do a high risk medication testing on people. Lexi's back to work. Read 14% of Mission Impossible. Also, I saw Heartstopper Volume 5 cover reveal. It's so exciting. I'm so excited for Heartstopper. I am so excited for Heartstopper. I cannot wait to read Heartstopper Volume 5. I just recently reread the first books of Heartstopper during Amazing Readathon and then watched rewatched season 1 and then watched season 2 of the show. So I feel like I'm ready. I'm so ready for episode volume 5 to come out. Like, so excited. 50% done. Watch Cassidy's TBR video. Yes, that just premiered. Yes, so good, but it's the first book in a series. That's okay. I I I'm saying that I'm not starting any series, and I am trying not to, but like, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen from time to time. Maybe if I like finish one, I can start one. So at least my numbers aren't getting higher. I don't know. I don't have very good um like I'm not very good at policing myself over series. I need to be better at it. Right? TBR games are so fun. They are so fun to watch and see if the board is nice or bad. It's so fun. Finished the video with my son and got about halfway through the next chapter. Took me all month, but I finally used my book swap rewards prompt. So I'm reading The Naturals by Jen Lynn Barnes. I want to read this book. This is on my TBR. Are you liking it? Or are you just starting it? Read 15 pages and let my dogs out. I'm thinking about burning my TBR. Was it not nice to you for October, Amanda? Was it not nice? That is the thing. I love watching everybody else's TBR games, and I do like playing mine, but there are times where it makes choices, and I'm just like, that's not as fun for me. Like, I know you all will have fun watching it go crazy, but Spookopoly, I'm looking at you. That was rude. Rude of you. I have not seen October's yet. It was not nice, eh? Oh, I'm sorry for you. The cover is beautiful. We love Heartstopper here. We are Heartstopper fans here, and I'm very excited about it. Practical Magic books are on the shorter side, and there's only 4. Well, I know. I just try not to, but you said it's your favorite, so maybe I should start there and just suck it up that it's a series. And it is only 4 books, like you said. It's not like a super long series. I might do something like finish a series and then I can start another one because there is a lot of series that I'm in the middle of that I only have to read 1 book and I would be finished. There's some that I need to read many more than 1, but like there is a lot that if I just read 1 book, it would be done. So maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll like reward myself for finishing a series by like starting one that I've been wanting to start. Maybe. My books are double digits. I feel that. I feel that between Spookopoly. It's yeah. I feel that. Just hoping the 13 readathons I'm doing will help. Yes. I hope they will help too. I cannot believe you are doing 13 readathons. My brain would like ooze out my ear. Like, I don't think I could have the capacity. But I know that you're doing videos every day for October. So that's certainly why that's possible. Right? 13 readathons. Crazy. The only one I'm doing this month, because I don't read a lot of horror. I actually read very little. But I am reading a few like vampire-y Dracula books this month and witchy books because I do love that kind of thing. Like I love vampires and witches. That's kind of how I am spooky. But obviously I'm a host for Smuttober. So I am participating in Smuttober because I am a host for it. The first one is about the ancestor. The second is the aunts. The third is the one the movie is based on. And the fourth is the little girl's grown up. So is the first and the second, those are prequels, right? And the third, because it's technically like the first book in the series, is the one the movie's based off of. Is that correct? Am I right? Let me know. Hello, hello. How are you? Right? We all love vampire and witchy books. They're the best. They're the best. About 50 pages into The Naturals, liking it so far. It definitely lives up to the YA Criminal Minds pitch. Okay. That's what got me to wanting to read it because I love serial killer, criminal minds type situations. What that says about me, let's not look too deeply at it. But I do love that kind of book. So that's what got me intrigued. So I'm glad that it's living up to that. Apparently, I like self-sabotage. It's fine. It's totally fine. Everything's fine. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, the third book is technically the first. That's what I thought. You always read in chronological order though. Yeah, I go back and forth on that because I have read books where I kind of wished I read in publication order over chronological order. So it just depends on the series and what I think will work best for me. But yeah, in that one I'll have to look in to see which way I want to read it. Want to read The Daughter of Dr. Moreau today, only 12 pages in so far. Are you liking this? Because I really want to read this book. I read The Island of Dr. Moreau, like the classic, 2 years ago now, so, like, I feel like I know the original story enough to pick up this book. I don't know if it's really necessary, but I think it always helps to, like, know the original story that, like, it's inspired by. So I've been wanting to read this and pick this up, but I just haven't gotten around to it. But I mean, the cover is gorgeous and it's so beautiful. So I'm sure it's great. Okay, let me pull up the kitty cat because we are at the end of our chatty bit and our timer and our comments. So let me pull up the cat and we will read for another 45 minutes. And I will see everyone at the end of this sprint. Hello. We have finished another sprint. I ended up getting another 36 pages read in The Fiance Farce, and I ended up dusting the whole upstairs, which needed to be done very badly while I did that. Um, so I have now hit the point where I have less than 100 pages left. I have 97 pages left, but I'm under that 100-page mark, which means we are getting into the last little bit of this book. I'm still having a fantastic time with it. It's not a 5-star, I don't think, but it's definitely going to be 4. Pretty sure. I'm having a good time with it. Now, Jen, I saw your comment come in while we were sprinting that Truly Devious ended in a to be continued. And I was like, "Oh no." Luckily, I know the series, I think it's done? Question mark, but at least the next book is out for sure. The next couple of books are out. So like if you want to, you can just dive right in. But isn't that the worst when you don't know that there's a cliffhanger and then you're not prepared for the cliffhanger? That's why anytime I recommend a book that has a cliffhanger, I'm like, just FYI, that's coming. So either be prepared to go on to the next book or, because it is the worst. Denise has it right. That is the worst when you're not expecting it. It's not it. Hello, Courtney. Also, for anyone who doesn't know, Courtney does sprints on Thursday nights. We will be going for a few more hours yet, but we will be done before Courtney sprints. So if you want more sprints when we're done here, you can move right from these ones right over to Courtney's channel for, I believe yours are at 5:30, and we'll finish before that. I'm not sure exactly how far before that, but before that. So if you want more sprints, that's an option for you. So head over to Courtney's channel and give a subscribe if you need some more sprints. And also, I would recommend Courtney. We have a fun time over on Courtney's channel. Hello, Joshua. How are you? So grateful for sprints. I have so much to read. Hi, everyone. Don't we all? I was saying that at the start of the sprints I cannot believe that there's only 3 days left in September and I have so many books that I need to finish. And they're all books that I've started. I have 4 books that I've started throughout the month that I need to finish for various reasons. This one is the last book for a vlog. I have an arc that I am 150 pages from done that's coming out early in October. So I need to finish that so I can get my review filmed and uploaded. And then I have 2 books for Timmy's TBR that I've started that I need to finish. Dance of Dragons and Snow So White. The only one that I think is that at this point might be on the bubble is Snow So White because it doesn't have an audiobook and I'm only 25% through. And Dance of Dragons has an audiobook, so that's more likely to get done. And like I said, the other 2 I have to finish because they're for vlogs or a review. So if I don't get to one, that's going to be the one I don't get to. But I would realistically like to finish 4 books in 3 days. Just saying that. I'm like, that's not going to happen. It's just not happening. That felt like the quickest 45 minutes. Vacuumed and washed my floors. Nice. Getting that adulting done. 189 pages left. My delivery got delivered. Ooh, Subway. Yum. My general shop items were there, but not my Subway order. So no food. Oh no. I was excited for you. And then I read the rest of the comment. That's annoying. That sucks. Can they fix it and send it properly? I know with our like delivery apps, a lot of times they'll just like give you a refund and then you have to like reorder it, which is kind of annoying. Read 1 chapter, made some tea, did some meal prep. Read 40 pages of Spy Family. I have volumes 2 and 3 and 4. 2, 3, and 4 in this house. And I need to read them. I think I might just spend a day coming up and just like binge the next 3 volumes of Spy Family. I think that's in order. Started a classic, made it to page 30, a bit exhausting because of the old language and tiny font, but glad I started it. Is it one that you can get an audiobook for? I know for me, that for classics, I really do appreciate doing like an immersion reading because, like you said, the language is somewhat different and that sometimes helps me. I don't know if it's something that you can get or if it would help you, but for me, for classics, that tends to be something that I really do like to do. Had to put a hold on the second book on Libby, should come in quickly. Definitely did not expect it. I didn't know it had a cliffhanger either. So now I know that when doing Truly Devious to be prepared. Maybe I'll wait till you finish book 2 and see if I need to have like the whole series lined up and just like binge my way through it. Jen, let me know once you read the second if that's the case. Which classic are you reading, Natalie? I know that you mentioned it was a German class, I think, a German classic when we first started. Don't quote me on that, but I don't think I remember the name. Oh, you are so welcome. You are so welcome. We love hanging out with our fellow booktubers and our friends and our book friends. Showered and washed my hair and put my Nightmare Before PJs on. I love it. Getting into the spooky PJs. That's awesome. Also, another channel that you might want to check out is Denise's channel. Denise does sprint as well. So I don't think Denise has sprints today because it's getting late because of the time change with Europe, but definitely another channel to check out. Hello, hello. Reading a chapter of Stitching Snow by R.C. Lewis. It gives me Cinder vibes, but it's not as action-packed. Okay, I'm going to put this down because that sounds to me, because also the title, but also you're telling me that it has Cinder vibes. So to me, that means it's a retelling. And you know, if you have been around at all, I will read any retelling that the world ever makes. So I'm going to put that down in my things. Right? I'm a little tight. I didn't put these ones into Me's TBR though when I filmed it because I filmed it a week ago, thinking, oh yeah, I'll finish those, no problem. I'll get them done. And I overestimated what I would do in a week. So that's okay. I don't think anybody really cares if one book I said I finished, I didn't finish, and it rolls into October. And that's what will happen with Snow So White if I don't get it done. Okay. That's the English title too. I was like, I'm glad you didn't give me the German title because I would just go, this is what we're reading because I don't want to butcher the German. But reading Steppenwolf by Herman Haas. I'm sure I said something wrong in there, but that's what we're reading. Did some budget stuff during that sprint. Very good. We love getting that productivity done. Read 20 more pages, 6 more to the end of the chapter. Those are long chapters. I know you said they were long, but wow. Part 1, I am feeling progress. It's not a slow book, but the long chapters throw me. I don't like a long chapter either. There's some books that I overlook it because I love the book. The Gray Shear being one of them. Instead of chapters, it just has 4 seasons. So there are no chapters. It's just like summer, winter, fall, spring. And it has no chapters. So they are very long. They're like 200, 100 to 200 pages each. And they're very, very long. But I just love the Gray Shear so much that I overlooked the fact that they were long. But it was one of those books that like I was immersion reading and I couldn't just put the book down and go do something because I would never find myself in the book again because there was no way to find where you were because there were no chapters. It was one of those books you could not go off book because once you went off book, you were never getting back on book. Let's all set reading goals under the false impression we will meet them. Because honestly, this is how I'm doing right now, right? It's fine. We can say what we're doing and then also know that we're lying to ourselves. Right? It's totally fine. 229 of 410. Nice. You've passed the halfway mark. Getting there. Read 1 chapter and took the dogs out. Nice. Have Spy Family 1, 2, and 3 on Libby. And I'm pretty sure Libby has the rest of them as well. That's nice. See, I wish so, like, in Canada, we can't send the ebooks to our Kindle, so, like, I have to read it on the app if I use Libby, so I kind of just use Libby as audiobooks. I don't think of it for, like, Kindle books because I can't send them to my Kindle, and I don't like reading on my phone. So, I just use it for that, and then I just use my library to get, like, physical copies if I need them for books that I can't get through, like, KU or, other places. Walmart has the physical books, so I'll buy a couple soon. Yeah, manga is one of those things that, like, I only get if I know I'm invested because it is quite well, I mean, all books are an investment, and I should probably start doing that with my regular books too, is rating to know if I really love a series before I stock up. I should probably try to do that in all forms, but I don't. Got 43% into the poetry collection. Hopefully, I'll finish it in the next sprint, and then I'll read one of the other books I have in progress. I'm glad we're all in the same boat of having, like, multiple books currently on the go. Funnily, only found an audio for the English translation, but that makes no sense to me as a German-speaking person, and you said it's originally in German, so that doesn't make sense. That is odd, for sure. About false reading goals, I have way too many books on my October TBR. I don't even know how much, but it's over 30. Same, same. Bookopoly was mean to me. That video went up yesterday. I was going to do 5 rolls. In the first 5 rolls, I got 4 doubles. I don't even know how that's possible. I feel like the odds of that happening is ridiculous, but, you know, it's a thing. So between that and my regular TBR game plus videos, I am with you on this. It's not gonna happen, but it's fine. It's one of those things where I just stacked the books and went, we'll see what actually gets read. No, but that's okay. You still do sprint from time to time, and I just love supporting everyone. So definitely something to check out if you are looking for new channels. It's a Snow White retelling. Nice. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be checking that out because I love a retelling. I have yet to find a retelling that doesn't make my heart happy. I mean, I'm sure there are a couple that I didn't like, but in general, I'm always pretty happy. Yeah, especially if you're reading German too. Yeah. Retellings for the win. Yes. I'm a very nostalgic reader, so I just love when it's like a story that I kind of already know, but with a different twist. I don't know. It just works for me. So my mom and I are going to be doing TBR Jenga starting in November. Ooh, I cannot wait to see how that goes. The first couple chapters were about 30 pages. This one is almost 60, but there are breaks in it. But I always try to not stop mid-chapter. Yeah. I'm the same. I kind of wait for sometimes in a really long chapter they'll have like the little breaks that are like changes in scenes. Then I'll stop, but 60, that's long. Whew. Yeah, that's why I don't read on my phone. It also just hurts my eyes to read on my phone. So I tend to like not. She's gone back to fetch it, but no idea how long she'll be. Well, at least they're going back for it, like for you, but still, that is so annoying. Thank you so much. Everyone's been liking the new shelves. So I redid my bookshelves and now this is my new setup for when I'm downstairs, which downstairs is quieter in my house because upstairs the child is playing and there's people and you know, it's busy. So, new setup. Oh, never worry about answering me promptly. We are very laid back on these sprints. That is what you use the library for. Check out books and only buy the ones I really like. Saves money and space, well, permanent space. Yeah, I should do better at this. And I have done better this year in not bringing in a ton of books. I could never go on a book buying ban. I would never be able to stick to it. It would be impossible. But I've been more intentional about the books I'm bringing in. I'm really only bringing in authors that are like auto buy authors, pre-orders for next books and series, books that really are something that I've been anticipating There has been a couple of times where I've just like picked up a book at a bookstore because it caught my eye, but less of that has been happening. I think all summer, I went all summer without even doing a book haul because I hadn't brought in enough books to bother. That being said, the last few months have been a lot. I just put out a book haul last month and I need to film another one because I have a huge stack that needs to go on the shelves of like 15 books that I have recently purchased or got at little free libraries. So I was doing well, and maybe the last few months, not so much. Right? I should pick up a lottery ticket because how is that even possible with those rolls? Because seriously, crazy. I was like, "How is this possible?" Like, I don't even know. I someone in the comments was like, "You should have thrown out the dice," and I really should have. Like, I should have swapped it out for new dice halfway through because it got ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Started putting them together. I have about 8 rows connected, but my hands needed a break. And I am almost at 30 books in 30 days. Okay, amazing. Absolutely amazing. Right? That's so exciting. I love how we're like having so many people just like reaching their goals. So exciting. Or doing 30 and 30, even if they didn't plan to. Love it. Okay. The cat has already gone off and we have hit the end of the comments. So I'm just here chit chatting away. But let's get back to getting to those unrealistic reading goals that we all have. And I will see you in 45 minutes. Hello. I got another 42 pages read of The Fiancé Farce, which puts me just over 50 pages left. So I won't be able to finish in this next sprint, but I'm going to get very, very close. Very, very close. So, you know, we're making the progress. I'm at what is very much a very dramatic moment in the book, but it's written really, really well. Like normally I find sometimes in romance that the drama doesn't match the stakes, but like I just feel these characters' motivations so like distinctly that it's putting me very much into the story, and I'm having a great time with it. Let me figure out where we were in the comments. Okay, this is about the naturals because I know I said this was on my TBR. So you're gonna get the naturals done and then add a novella so that you have 12 books read in September. I love my graphics to be nice and neat like that. I can relate. Can totally relate to needing that. Also, fair warning, I have stopped twice in these 10-ish pages of the naturals to look up if the facts were real. Can't confirm. JLB definitely did her research. Interesting. I wonder what you could be looking up. I'm so intrigued because I do love kind of like serial killer situation in a thriller. I do really like that. Hello, Brianna. How are you? Finishing up Anxious People today. You do that too. You look up places that are talked about. Sometimes it helps to visualize it. Absolutely. But I love when real facts or even myths or legends are in a book. Oh, our Mellings did that with her books, Irish and Inuit myths and legends. Interesting. Hello, hello. How are you? Are you home from work yet, Ulysses? I don't know if you had to work today, but let me know. Read 12 pages and then your food showed up. Well, I'm glad your Subway did eventually show up because I know we had a moment of it earlier. So I'm very glad that it did eventually show up. Hello, popping in now that my appointment is done. Well, that's awesome that your appointment's done and you can just relax now and get some reading or whatever you need to get done. Read 10 pages of The Adventures of Mina Al-Sarafi, also annotating it. Is this your first read through, Jen? I read this in August? No, I did not read it for Amazing Readathon. So it must have been in July. I feel like reading. I'm like trying to pin down what month I did something in. Sometimes I cannot remember, but it must have been July because it definitely was not for Amazing Readathon. And it was good. Like I had a good time with it. I think the start of the book and the end of the book are very different. Like it's a very different story, like from what you think it is at the start to where it is at the end. But like it's interesting. Done with your meetings for the day. Yes. Got to 70% in your book. Got out of bed and the house to get a little bit of fresh air. Then treated myself with a full package of veggie burger, iced coffee, and ice cream. That sounds amazing. That sounds amazing. Now back to bed, at least mentally feeling better. Sometimes you just need to treat yourself a little bit. I totally understand that. And that sounds like a great combination. Yeah. Well, I mean, your food took like an extra hour and a bit than you thought it would. So that makes perfect sense. Page 267 of 410. Read 22 pages. Josh, did you tell me what you were reading? If you did, I don't remember. Hold on. I'm going to try and scroll back, but sometimes those comments are a little further back than I think they are. No, I can't find it. You're going to have to remind me. What are you reading? I don't remember. It's your first time reading Amina Al-Sarafi. I heard such great things. Yeah, I ended up giving it, I think I gave it 3 stars or 4. I think I gave it 3 though, but like I'm still interested in moving on with the series because I think it was really just like setting up for what is going to be, I think, a pretty long series. I think there's 6 or 7 books going to be in the series. So it was a really good like setup for the book for the series. But Yeah, I think I gave it 3. I liked how it was laid out too, with, like, the scribe telling the story, and sometimes, like, the character would, like, insert and be like, "No, that's not what happened." Like, I love books that do that, I find them interesting. So, I had a good time with it, but yeah, I hope you like it too. Read 30 pages of The Daughter of Dr. Moreau. Read 15 pages, now over the 50% mark. Yes. I love when I get to the 50% mark because I feel like I'm, like, getting to the like, at that point, I'm like, "Okay, I'm almost done." I don't know why 50% is always, like, the almost done mark in my brain, but it totally is. Like, anything after that, I feel like, "Okay, I made progress." Getting there. Now I have to figure out how to explain dramatic irony to my son. Good luck. Hope it goes well. Don't think, you did actually. I'm reading The American by Henry James. Got you. I was like, "I don't remember if you told me or not." So I'm gonna have to ask a follow-up question. Been working on the house DIY all day, so 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. with no food. Amanda, you have to have lunch and breakfast. If you didn't eat breakfast, it's important to have all the meals. Only time I've stopped. I will say, do as I say, not as I do, because I am one that, especially if I'm doing sprints, like midday sprints, and they go past mealtime, I will forget to eat almost every time. And then sprints will be over, and I'll be like, "Why am I so hungry?" And then I'll remember that I missed a meal. Like, I'll feed everybody else, but then I'll be like, "Oh, I'll eat in a minute," and then we'll get talking, and then a sprint will start anyway. For some reason, I tend to miss meals when that happens. Thought it was only gonna be a trilogy, exactly what we all need another series. I think it's gonna be longer. The reason being is there's something in the book that kinda says that anyway, I can't really go into why I think it's gonna be longer, but if each book follows one adventure, then there's 7. If they're doubling up some of the adventures, then there will be less. But that's why I thought it was longer, was because there's something in the book that says there's 7. And we do 1 in the first book, so that means there's 6 more. So, that's where I got that from. Installed a new shower and sealed off a chimney. Wow, that's crazy. I wouldn't know how to do any of that, so I'm impressed. So, we are going to do 1 more sprint. This is gonna be the last sprint. I won't exactly get finished, but it will be the last sprint for today. Thursdays, I'm alternating with my schedule, so I will always start at noon Eastern, but, we're either gonna go for 4 hours or 8 hours. 4 hours or no, not 8 hours. 4 hours or 7 hours, depending on the week and what my schedule looks like, and it'll probably alternate. So 4 hours next week, we're gonna do a long stretch and do 7. So it just depends on what Thursday this week is the 4-hour week, because like I said, I need to have different things in place so that someone's watching my child and making sure he's good while I'm on sprints. So that's how these are gonna work every Thursday for at least the time being. Here we are. It really does. Sometimes I don't mind editing. I have to be in the right frame of mind. And it also depends on what I'm editing. Certain videos I don't mind. Like sit down TBR videos, I don't mind editing those. They take a while because I have like the sit down footage, the roll footage. Like there's a lot of footage to go through and like cut in between. But like I don't mind that as much. But like vlogs, not my favorite to edit just because sometimes, just so you know, what you see in a vlog is very different from what I end up filming because I need to learn to shut up. So I have to like cut out so much because I repeat myself so much. I hear that. I'm an editor. So he is almost 15, but he does have a low functioning form of autism, a nonverbal form of autism. So he needs someone to just make sure that he's safe. He can't be like left alone unattended. He needs someone to make sure he's safe. and keep him safe and feed him and do all the things and help him. So I know that kind of can be confusing because you think he can be left alone, but he cannot. So that's my main job in life is being a mom. That's what I do. And then I do booktube on the side. Food consumed. I feel better now. I'm so glad. I am so, so glad. Yeah, no, he's a big boy. He's a big boy. Oh, yeah. No, he's a teenager. Yep. So, yeah, that's my boy, but he doesn't really have any interest. If I say, "Oh, do you wanna be in the video?" He's like, "No." Um, so, um, yeah, he's like, "No, don't." He has no interest. Like I said, he's nonverbal, but he does have an assistive tech device, so he can talk with that. And, yeah, so he doesn't want to be on camera, and that's totally fine. He does not need to be. So, you get little glimpses of me talking about him, but that's it. Get that mine's 15 autistic and he wanders. Yeah, that's also a thing. Yeah. Make sure he doesn't like leave the house without telling anyone, all those things that we have to do to keep our kiddos safe. So, yeah, that's how my Thursday schedule is going to go just because of having people here. But this will be our last sprint. So let me pull up Mr. Kitty for us. There we go. Oh, let me actually make it have the right time. That would help because a 3-minute sprint is not going to get us very far. We are not going to get much reading done in 3 minutes. So let's put it back to 45. Let me pull up the last sprint banner and I will see everyone in 45 minutes. Hello. I ended up getting 38 pages read during that sprint, which I am so close to done. I have, I think, 20 pages left or just shy of 20 pages. So I'll be finishing this right after we get off sprints, but I have completed a book today, basically, once I read those 20 pages, which is great. Let me just get rid of that. How did everyone do during that last sprint? I laughed at this, Amanda. I saw this come in while I was upstairs. And yeah, that's a bit too intense of sprint. I agree. Good morning, Nicole. I'm still glad that you popped in for the last sprint. Like I said, Courtney has sprints starting in an hour and a half. And then Courtney usually finishes up just in time for Nicole's sprints that start at 7 p.m. Eastern, I think. Maybe 8, 7 or 8. I'm pretty sure they're 7 p.m. Eastern. Same, right? We are on the exact same page. 15. It is a challenge. I definitely have done this before. I will borrow books thinking, oh, I'll definitely read that over 3 weeks because I get 3-week loans on my Libby. And then I will look at them and I'll be like, I don't feel like reading any of those. And yeah, this is very relatable. Came back just in time for the last few sprints or the last few minutes of the last sprint. Oh, well, my plan is to continue reading anyway. Thank you so much. I'm sorry these are a bit shorter. Like I said, every Thursday it's going to switch. So we're going to do 4 hours on one Thursday and then 7 hours on the next Thursday. So next week we have a bit of a longer go. So that's good. Next week for sprints, before I continue with the comments, I have sprints on my channel on Tuesday night, like always, 6 p.m. Eastern, and then again, 7 hours on Thursday, starting at noon Eastern. And then we also have B&K Book Club sprints next week, but those are going to be on Kelsey's channel. Those are going to be at 6 p.m. Eastern on Kelsey's channel, and we'll be starting Gone Tonight by Sarah Pekkanen on those sprints, but obviously you can read whatever you want. 45 pages left. And so far, that's the only sprints that I'm doing next week. There could be more, but there's at least those ones. Got to 82%. I should definitely finish today. You definitely can finish that today. We've got a hello for Nicole. I think I read 30 pages, twists and turns. Love it. Went into this book mostly blind and it went somewhere I wasn't expecting. That's kind of fun. I kind of love going into books when I don't know what's going to happen and just kind of going for the ride. Yeah, they start in 3 hours. So yeah, 7 p.m. Eastern. And Neva will be on there to do some diamond painting and some reading. I will be in the comments. Read 20 pages. The story is very philosophical, not a lot of plot, more the thoughts of the main character. I don't mind that, but it's a bit too much brain work for today. That's totally fair. Thank you so much for joining me. I so appreciate everyone who shows up in the comments or just is lurking in the background because sprints are nothing if no one shows up to hang out with me. So thank you so much for hanging out with me, everyone. Read 36 pages. We'll go to bed after the sprints. Yeah, it must be getting late for all the Europeans in the chat. Like 9, 10 p.m., depending on where you are, I think, if I can do time zones correctly. Going to spend every minute in October either hosting or attending sprints. It'll help you get all those books done, right? For sure. Absolutely. And again, thank you so much for hanging out with me. So like I said, my next sprints on this channel are on Tuesday, but I do have book club sprints on Monday on Kelsey's channel. So if you're looking for sprints, those are all coming up next week. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I will see everyone when I see you next.